It's time now for Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Friday night, September 9th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I hear 11 o'clock news on. And our top story at the 11th hour in this Friday night is the U.S. and Russia announced a plan on Friday to bring about a ceasefire in Syria, Secretary of State John Kerry said. Now, with election day less than 2 months away, Democrats are increasingly worried that Hillary Clinton has not built a formidable lead against Donald Trump despite her historic weakness as the National Party candidate. Washington, within hours of North Korea's nuclear test on Friday, it became a political weapon in the U.S. test. Pyongyang's fit for the most powerful it had enough force to rip the heart out of the city, one expert said. U.S. go, then stop the Dakota Access Pipeline on Friday. First, a federal judge rejected a standing troop experts to stop construction of the crude oil pipeline that would run from North Dakota to Illinois, sending trial. Abortion and gay marriage is absent on Donald Trump's evangelicals. On Wednesday afternoon, police officer in East Liverpool made a stop for a vehicle for driving and miraculously made a shocking discovery. The driver was barely conscious. There is little trust among the diplomats in Geneva, in fact, and far less among the fighters on the ground. Havana President Obama is easing enough of the U.S. trade embargo on Cuba has virtually no positive effect on the island economy. Cuba's top diplomat asserted on Friday. The British decision to leave the European Union in the wake of a Brexit referendum has given a renewed impetus to the idea that the EU should its own army. Washington and America say that expect Hillary Clinton to outperform Donald Trump when the two take the stage to the first presidential debate in less than 3 weeks, according to the new CNN ORC poll. Madison, a federal judge ruling that overturned the conviction of Brendan Dassey, who was serving a life sentence in connection with a terror release, a Hallback murder would be appealed by Wisconsin Department of Justice. All 40s on Friday released a detailed account of what happened when two radicalized attackers carried out a mass shooting at a work event in San Bernardino, California in December that left 14 people dead. Mike Pence says GOP candidates respect. Just be safe. They kept an assistant Supreme Court allows straight ticket voting in Michigan. Abortion and gay marriage are absent from Donald Trump's appeal to evangelicals. Hand shipping against U.S. border with cash and loan chips. Volkswagen engineer pleaded guilty, helping an automaker admitted to cheat on the admission test, becoming the first person criminally convicted in the U.S. August retail sales could enter a lot of question by markets, but more important to be a flurry of Fed speakers at the top of the list of the federal government. Yahoo Incorporated on Friday really revealed details beyond the 5-month auction process for the web business that began in Friday, when Yahoo Japan interested in a potential merger and in a with Virus Communications. Alright, take a look at the stocks now. Down 394.46 at 1808.45. SP5 down 53.49, $2,127.81, and Nasdaq down 133.57 points at 5,125.91. Alright, let's take a look at some science news. Our presidents have mountains named after their named 6 high schools, boulevards, space centers, laboratories, airports. Says scientists like Barack Obama so much they named their parasite after him. SpaceX is more than a weekend in the company-led probe of the launch pad explosion September 1st that destroyed a Falcon 9 and boosted an Israel communication satellite, but the investigation so far has turned up into no smoking gun and the cause of the mishap. As we orbited the sun, the large asteroids in the main belt with orbiters, and Mars and Jupiter can be viewed in the backyard telescopes here. Want to where to look? Medical detectives said Friday they still baffled about how much a few drug-resistant superbugs affected 2 people in the U.S. This X-ray in the hands of someone with leprosy has taken in Thailand. The disease causes deformities and contractures seen here. You have undoubtedly seen this plot before. Cast of characters get slowly whittled down over the course of the quest, in which increasingly difficult challenges compel the protagonists and acquire new skills. At Ticking Time Bomb, that's what some health officials say that the Zika virus in the Southeast Asia in the past 2 weeks, an outbreak in the South Korea has climbed to a few dozen cases in nearly 300. In fighting among senior campaign operators was the only interpreted aspect of the Hillary Clinton 2008 presidential campaign. Minnesota Democrats have taken steps to kick Donald Trump at the state battle, arguing that the Minnesota Republican Party improperly put Trump's name on there. Washington, the top Democrat in the House of the South Committee, the last shot at the panel's Republican chairman on Friday, accused him of the prisoners of 45 and fairly targeted former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to damage her presidential bid. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton claimed that the title series candidate said Donald Trump turned race to reality TV. In local news, an Alabama son, North Attleboro residents of Elm Terrace Senior Housing say that they are terrorized and bullied by another resident despite numerous bills at North Attleboro Highlands. And 40 alleged their complaints have been ignored. This is a home I don't want to live in fear. McNally and 10 other residents and threats and bullying at the public housing apartment started a year ago after a new resident moved in. They say that the man that demonstrated poverty confronts with bad language, waves cane around in a pleasant manner. It's a alleged bullying in a senior housing complex similar to place that has been launched elsewhere in Massachusetts, including Attleboro. In Seacock, a man was seriously injured Friday afternoon when she shed exploded off Route 6. U.S. Representative Joseph Kennedy III is going to push for enforcement of mental health insurance laws, but let's say she is speculating that went before a congressional panel on Friday. Not Friday by the Netties that sell in their home. Norton catches another furniture boxes overflowing with a club and another items are piled outside donation bins in the intersection of Route 123 and Oak Street. Taunton and Attleboro woman is free on $5,000 bail bond, and the Raymond and Taunton District Court on Thursday had charges of drunken driving and failing to scene at a crash in Seacock last weekend and left the jogger seriously injured. Boston supporters and opponents of the ballot question aimed at expanding the number of charter schools in Massachusetts have raised nearly $19 million. Charter school activities raised $12 million according to the campaign finance reports late Friday. That's nearly double the $6.8 million raised by the fourth question recruited teachers unions. The measure would let Massachusetts adopt a dozen new expanded charter schools each year after the existing caps in Haverhill, Massachusetts, at Maya and White Connection, where the murderer in Puerto Rico has been arrested in Massachusetts. Peter Children News Times, now 11:06 on this late Friday night. And it's time now for Traffic and Trend Report. Let's study off on the MBTA, where the ferries, they are looking good. Subway system is looking good, but on the commuter rail Freeman Worcester line, train 5:30 at 10:30 p.m. for South Station to operate 50 minutes between Yorkie and Worcester Station. And otherwise, commuter rail is looking good. Alright. Highways and byways of the 6-state New England region. Starting off in Connecticut, with 95 on the northbound side, back up on Sanford Stretch, 95 on the northbound side, back to the Fairfield and Fairfield Stretch, 95 on the southbound side, back to the New Haven Stretch, 95 both ends back to the wholesale just before Route 9. But otherwise, highways and byways in Connecticut and Rhode Island are looking good. Interstate 91 on the southbound side, back to the Northampton Stretch, 190 on the northbound side, back to Brand Northwest headed towards Boylston, 290 on the westbound side, back to Shrewsbury around Route 140, Mass Pack westbound side, back to after 128 Weston, 93 on the northbound side, back to the Zig Bridge, Boston to Somerville, and 120 on the northbound side, back to from the split all the way up to 28 Randolph. 495 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 125 in April all the way up in the Lawrence around Route 93. Up in Northern New England, 89 the northbound side, back around Canadian border up in Northern Vermont, and 87 the southbound side, back around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York, and on Route 59 the northbound side, back up around 202 in some Quebec towards Montreal. Peter Children News Time, 11:07 p.m. on this late Friday night, and it's time now for a weather report. And the calendar may read the 9th of September, but it is sticky, steamy, and humid out tonight, kind of like we put the calendar back to August. As Boston had its 21st 90-degree day in the summer this year. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, we get some most skies got about 600 degrees left off wind. For Saturday, slight chance of showers before 10 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers in the desert between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Most skies got about 82 degrees. North is about 6 miles out of becoming southeast in the afternoon. Chance of 20%. Saturday night, chance of showers that's what happening after midnight. Plus about between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Otherwise, most skies go about how about low at 70 degrees. Up about 7 miles out. Chance of 30%. New rain amounts less than evident check out amounts possible thunderstorms. Sunday, check your shots. That's with Maine before 1 p.m. Petrobras force between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Otherwise, clouds gradually becoming most times covered 82 degrees. Southwest about 7 miles coming west in the afternoon. Chest beaches 50%. New rain miles between the 10 coordinates for how much possible thunderstorms. For Sunday night, most coast covered low about 49 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 5 miles. For Monday, Sunday, most coast covered 66 about 55 degrees. Tuesday, Sunday, most coast covered 80 about 62 degrees. For Wednesday, check your shots. Thunderstorms after 9 a.m. Parts of the podcast will be 7 a.m. But 54 degrees, just beaches 40%. For Thursday, sun and most coast got about 68, about 49 degrees. And for Friday, sun's got about 72 degrees. Currently and not near, it is fair skies, and the temperature is 72 degrees, humidity 86%. And that's going to be it for the Peter channel. 11 o'clock Tuesday, it's late Friday night. That's 2016. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night.